This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. What you just heard there was a little bit of a kind of Thin Lizzy pastiche that I put together. I call it Skinny Betty. See what I've done there? Anyway, the reason I did that was because it being Wednesday today, we're dealing with viewers' questions. And if you have any questions or queries of anything remotely guitar or music related, then get in touch. You can see the website address there at the top of the screen. Use the contact form there. The link is in the description as well. Or you can get in touch with me via email, jrguitartuition@gmail.com. Or you can leave a message under one of these, on the comment section beneath one of these videos. And who knows, your question could get featured. Anyway, back to the Thin Lizzy thing. A chap called Klaus got in touch and sent me this question.
Hi John, I would like to know how one gets the Celtic feeling on the guitar, such as heard in examples like Emerald by Thin Lizzy or Over the Hills by Gary Moore. We play Whiskey in the Jar in the band and I would love to put more Irish into the solo. All the best, Klaus.
So I thought it would be fun to put together a little sort of Thin Lizzy kind of Celtic rock kind of pastiche thing, and that's what you just heard at the top of the video there. And here is a little bit of an explanation about what was on my mind as I was putting this little piece of music together.
Here is the explanation.
Okay, there's a number of things you can do to sort of tap into that Celtic rock kind of feel. And Thin Lizzy would do this quite a lot of the time. Not all the time, because, you know, there's not much Celtic sounding about The Boys Are Back in Town or Waiting for an Alibi. But, you know, for things like Emerald and that sort of stuff, then this is kind of the direction you need to be heading. First thing is minor keys, and, you know, keeping it pentatonic based is a good idea as well. A lot of Celtic music is very pentatonic in flavour. Strange, I find if you go sort of major pentatonic, it tends to sound, or it can sound a little bit Scottish, and minor pentatonic tends to give you more of an Irish sort of feel. So we're going to use A minor pentatonic, and instead of playing it like that, let's map it out along the length of the A string. So Just those notes from that pattern book mapped out along the length of the A string. And then you can use that open A string as like a pedal tone to kind of bounce off and get this kind of thing. That sort of thing, and it's already getting that kind of slightly Celtic-y kind of feel. The other thing you probably noticed there about the rhythm is I'm doing everything either with a triplet or shuffle-based rhythm. So instead of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm going 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a da 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 da. Very, very common kind of thing in Celtic music. So let's incorporate it. Speaking of triplets, let's just kind of do a little pedal tone thing using that A minor pentatonic, moving up and down the A string. So you could get like that, and you've got a fairly credible starting point for a riff there. That's pretty much how I started that riff at the start of that little demo piece. I think it went something like this. Something like that, and you can hear it's got that sort of minor pentatonic thing, and it's da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, kind of triplet bass sort of thing. So minor pentatonic, triplets, and pedal tones kind of bouncing off an open string. Now, you cannot mention Thin Lizzy's music without talking about guitar harmonies, and there was a fair few in that little piece there. And a lot of the time, not all the time, but a lot of the time, Thin Lizzy would use pentatonic harmonies, again, because it helps to kind of maintain that that sort of Celtic sort of feel. And there's a very, very simple trick. I've mentioned this quite a few times on the channel about how you can use pentatonic scales to create harmony parts. You just need to know your 5 box patterns of the pentatonic. So if I'm going to go and play something in that pattern of A minor pentatonic, that's pattern 1, skip pattern 2, and go to pattern 3. And any moves that you make in pattern 1, so we could go like that, or maybe give it a bit more of a triplet sort of feel. If I then do the same moves in pattern 3, like that, it will harmonise beautifully. Let me try and demonstrate that with a looper pedal. So let me just go. See what I mean? I just kind of played the equivalent moves in pattern 3 to what I played in pattern 1, and that will always give you a cool sounding harmony. Sometimes, like I did in the demo piece, you might need to kind of look at which note you're ending on to make it sort of a little bit more of a strong chord tone, but you know, basically that will give you the basis of the harmony part. And rhythmically, another thing that you get a lot in Thin Lizzy's stuff are pushes. Pushes are where you anticipate, you go on to the next chord, or you accent a beat, usually half a beat early. So I think the verse part of that, I went something like this. I'll play it without the pushes first and you can hear it. So it's kind of... where did I go after that? D. So I'll play that again because I forgot what I was doing. So it's going to go C. Like that, and that's all kind of just 1, 2, 3, 4 on each chord. But if I come in on the and of beat 4, so instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and hitting the next chord on beat 1, if I hit it on the and of beat 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So it's kind of coming in half a beat early. You hear this on a tune like The Boys Are Back in Town, which isn't particularly Celtic, but it does kind of feed into the Thin Lizzy thing. So in Boys Are Back in Town, you've got an A5 and then B and then up to D, and played without the pushes it sounds a bit flat. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4. Play it with the pushes and you get 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3. And it's that thing that you're probably going to be changing to it on the upstroke as well, which gives it a slightly different dynamic. So, minor pentatonic as the basis of a riff. The rhythmic aspect of the riff should be kind of triplets, and you're using pedal tone open strings to kind of give the riff its sort of heartbeat. That pentatonic harmony thing, and when you come to playing whatever chords you're going to be playing in the piece, kind of give it that little half-beat push, kind of arriving at the next chord or arriving at whatever you're going to be accenting half a beat early, basically on the and, or on like the upstroke before the next kind of main downbeat is due. You incorporate all of those things into a piece of music and it's going to start getting you somewhere close to the sound that you're looking for. So now you know what's going on, go away and have some fun with it. And as always, you'll find a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing that piece of music, a jam track for you to play along with for yourself, and that explanation that you've just seen there. All of that is up there on my Patreon page. There's the address and the link is in the description. $3 or £2.50 a month gets you access to all of these additional goodies that go along with these YouTube videos. A massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, all of which are linked down below in the description. And that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed the video, found it useful and informative, and perhaps even a little bit entertaining in some small way. And if that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not drop me a like while you're at it. Don't forget the live stream every Friday, 5 PM UK time, where we drink beer and talk about music and guitars. Great way to kick off the weekend. I'd love to see you there if you can make it. But for now, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.